Hello everyone, I'm Bradley Sward and this is my day 7 solution to the 2025 Advent of Code festivities. I'm doing both parts of the problem here in my code. I'm doing everything in Python and the problem is called Laboratories. So here we have, over here, we kind of have like a Christmas tree effect going on. But basically we're starting from here and we're shooting a laser beam and this splits the beam into two. And then this will split this. You can see that it splits this into two. And then it comes down and it hits these beams. And you're like, okay, when it hits these, now we have three of them, three total. It doesn't split them into four. It technically does, right? A left and a right and a left and a right. But in this case, the two of these merge together into one beam. So basically, this is just screaming out a set as I process line by line by line through here to see what's going on. As you can see here, this is my code to kind of solve all of that. Basically, you're just going through and you're just counting up how many times basically you hit a beam splitter. And it's not as trivial as at first I thought I'd just add up all the carrots and subtract one because it does work, at least in this case. If you take all the carrots and subtract one, you do get the right answer for the test case. But when you try that with real data, obviously it will fail. Obviously, but it did fail. So the question is, as I'm going through and I'm splitting two into three, and then three becomes five, and then five, whatever, how many times am I splitting the beam? And, so it's a little more than just, just counting up. But if you go through here and you're like, what am I doing? I'm reading all the data in. In the first line, I'm taking wherever the S is and I'm converting that into an index value for, it's 8 or something like that. And then here's my total. And for every time I hit a caret, I'm adding one to the total. And it's again, it's not as easy as just finding the carets because there's going to be many beams more than just three coming out of this thing, right, or whatever. So again, it's just going through and just for basically for 8, you go, well, is there a caret here? Nope. So let's just keep that number the same. But if you hit here, this 8 becomes a 7 and a 9 for the next round. And then this is a 7 and a 9, and this becomes a 7 and a 9 and an 11. I don't know if those are the right numbers. You get the point here. And then 7, 9, and 11, and 7, 9, 11, 13. It just keeps cascading from line to line. You can kind of see that if you look here and you go hit the line 70, then 69 and 71, then 72, 68, 70. And so it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you just keep going. And it's a set because we don't want to duplicate the values because for part two we want to do it, but for part one we don't. And anyway, so for this part one solution, that's part two solution. My part one solution ends up being 1675 splits for the larger data set, and I obviously get the 21 for the smaller one. And so now the tricky part becomes for this, like you see that huge number down there. Look at that. Look at that number. How many, what is that? Millions and billions and trillions and quadrillions. I mean, what are we into quintillions here when it comes to how many beams are split? But the answer comes almost instantaneously. Watch, right? It comes, there it is. And that's because for part two, we basically are converting the sets into dictionaries and we're maintaining how many different beams are coming through specific locations as we're iterating through. So instead of just counting the number of times here, we're adding to the number of beams that are coming through a specific location. And I'm not changing my code. I could make this more efficient and turn this into a function and kind of, but I have an answer. I'm happy with it. It's basically instantaneous anyway. But basically when we hit the split point, we just check to see how if the thing's already in the dictionary, then we already know that it's basically there's already something going through it, and we just add to whatever's in there. Otherwise, we set it equal to what's currently coming through it. And then and basically this would be much simpler if this were C++, to be honest with you, because if this were C++, then I could go ahead and just use the map operation to make this thing work the way I'm thinking about it. But again, for this case, we're trying to the right of the caret, we're trying to the left of the caret. So this is the right, this is the left. But if there's no caret, then it just keeps on going. and it just keeps the same number. So this is what you see, +1, -1, or you keep the same number, but it's basically you're either adding to the value that's already in that location, or you're setting it as because it's the first time you see it. And we just do this over and over and over again, as long as there's a line of data to process. And again, this would take an eternity and then some if we did this without some kind of efficiency. But at the end of the day, all I have to do then is take let's just see what this thing looks like coming here. So here's my splits, and you can see the values, right? Oh, wait, is that the splits, but huge numbers and all sorts of crazy stuff here for different values. But those are if I sum up all these values together, I get this, where's the number that you see there, because the splits, it just the net. Oh, I guess next. This is the key. This is the value. This is the key. This is the value. And so again, that's how many beams are going through a specific location at the end, and then I add up all of these together to get. Okay, so that's my solution here to part 7. Here's all the code for part 2. Here's all the code for part 1. And as always, if you know a better way, I'd love to hear it, because that's the point of these competitions and just everything that goes with that. This problem, as always, was a lot of fun. I don't know, it took me longer than it should have to understand what they were asking me, but once I had that, it somehow went pretty quick. So I'm looking forward to day 8, 23 hours and 14 minutes. See you guys then. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.